Yep. This is highly entertaining. One of the joys of moving back home that y'all don't see often, especially during this time of year, is almost every time I go on a ride, I have to edit this part out. But I'm going to leave it in here for y'all to see this time. I'll tell you, this sucker's moving out though. Some kind of John Deere, heck, we're doing almost 25 mile an hour. I mean, for a tractor, that's not too bad. You got a good road gear. Alright, we're kind of doing this backwards, but usually I'm coming that way, but I really need to go that way. So anyway, Coyote Adventures here. We're going to do a 0 to 60 run on a 2007 Suzuki Burgman, my particular Suzuki Burgman. I have got about 12,000 miles on it, I think. Yep, 12,000. Just a little over. And I have been riding around a bit today. I've went 97.8 miles today so far. But I thought I did a 0 to 60 time on my Honda Helix. I'm having to watch this road, make sure nobody's coming. Did a 0 to 60 time on my Honda Helix, and it was about, what, 18 seconds? And then I did it on the Silverwing, and I think it was 8.99 seconds, somewhere in there. I can't remember exactly for sure, but there will be a link to those videos in the description below if y'all want to go back and rewatch those or watch them for the first time, whichever. But anyway, I'll shut up now, and we are going to do this. I'm going to guess this to be about 14 seconds. Now, something I'm going to say, I don't know if my camera's going to pick up this speedometer or not, but we have to say, I will say, as always, I always say now, when I hit the mark. That helps me watching the line and all that, but 65 miles an hour on the speedometer is actually 60 miles an hour GPS, so we're going to shoot for when it hits 65 on that speedometer. And with a CVT, I don't think it'll do any good whatsoever to rev this up a little, but we will. I know I have got 16 gram, I always get that backwards, 16 gram DR pulley sliders in the CVT, and that is the only thing that is different. I'm wanting a higher RPM clutch, but that's the only thing I've got different with it now. So about 4,000 is when it starts to pull. Anyway, I'll shut up now. 3, 2, 1. Now, I'm gonna say that was a little bit faster than I thought it was. The Silverwing, of course, was a 580 something cc parallel twin. This is a 400 cc single. But this bike, of course, the Silverwing was bone stock. I didn't do any playing around with the weights or anything on it. But this one, like, I don't know, it just, that 400cc single, I know for an absolute fact this does not have as much on the interstate power. It will run the interstates with no problems, but it doesn't have a lot of reserve left. The Honda Silverwing scooter, you could be running 85, 90 mile an hour and crank the throttle and it would still continue to accelerate, whereas this one, about 90, it's done. And on top of that, from going from, like, accelerating from 70 up to 90, it gets there, it gets it done, but it's slow. It takes it a minute. Well, not literally a minute, but you know what I'm saying. It takes it more time to hit that point. But I may be wrong, but I swear this feels faster from a dead stop to 40 mile an hour. When you take off from red lights through town, this thing just hauls the mail. It's brilliant, and it's lighter. I will shut up now and go along the farm road. There was some severe wind damage back that way. I mean, straight line winds, big old trees, like a whole thing of trees, and I couldn't get my camera on in time, but it just, I mean, it laid them over flat, tore down tobacco barns, all kinds of stuff. It wasn't a tornado. It was a macro burst, or whatever they call it. Just everything was laid over flat, and I mean, it tore up Jack. So that's been a month or so ago when that happened. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna bounce on down this little rough road here. Coyote Adventures, signing out. Peace and love to everyone.